Could there be something lurking in our sewers? This is All Things Creepy, and let's begin. This footage was filmed by the Athens, Georgia Public Utility Service. Filming like this in sewers is fairly routine, and in this particular case, the ultimate goal was for educational purposes to try and inform people on what they could and couldn't flush down the toilet. However, as the camera travels down deeper into the sewers, something strange happens. Take a look. So the camera is travelling fairly quickly down this pipe, and there appears to be an obstruction, something lodged in the sewer, something large and lumpy. As the camera gets closer, and as it actually passes this object, something quickly whips up and slaps against the camera, and it appears to be a hand. Sewers, I don't know what it is, maybe the subterranean element, the fact that there's water involved, a confined space. They're quite a creepy environment, and I've seen a lot of speculation as to what this could be. This ranges from ghosts. Some people think that this looks like a headless body that we initially see, and then the hand is attached as it would to a shoulder, with an arm of course. And then I've seen some people say it's a cryptid, some sort of mutant or alien creature. The list goes on, but by now I'm sure you're wondering what exactly was that in the sewer. Now, before we try and come up with a potential rational explanation, this is still unsolved. There's nobody that's come forth and claimed that it was a hoax or it was actually something else later down the line with more information than we have than just this footage. It's still a mystery, so bear that in mind. We also have to take into account that the camera being used, it's not the most high definition footage, and that isn't suspicious at all. Because of course you're not going to attach your state-of-the-art brand new HD camera to a probe that's going down the toilet. And to be honest, all they're using this footage for is educational purposes. They don't need to exactly get pristine HD close-up footage of, well, poo. But it is of course a factor when trying to work out what this is, because the footage is very shaky, it's blurry, it's not that high quality. And as I mentioned earlier, this is coming from an official service, so it's very unlikely that this is a full-on planned hoax. Something like that would be very unprofessional in this situation. But what could this be? After closely analysing the footage, there is potential that the hand part of this object is in some way superimposed or edited in post. It does have a bit of a stress effect on it, which you could create with CGI, but at the same time the footage itself is blurry and shaking too, so it's very tricky to tell. If that is the case, someone's then overlaid a lot of other effects on top, which has made it more seamless. So I can't say with certainty that that's the case, although there is an element of suspicion there. And it's only knocked back by, once again, the fact that this is from a reputable source. And then I have the other explanation, which I feel is probably a bit stronger. That is that this is some sort of frog or toad, some kind of amphibian in one of those two families that has, unfortunately, maybe fortunately, perhaps he likes it down there, found his way into the sewers. Now, the small lumpy shape of the body fits this, and then the limb itself. Frogs have surprisingly human-like hands if you really look at them, especially if they're slapped up against something. They quite closely resemble what we have for hands, especially from a creature that is only very distantly related to us. They also get very easily startled. They're prey animals, they're at the bottom of the food chain. A snake could be slithering through this sewer, and maybe this frog, who is a bit dormant in stasis in that cold water down there, gets startled and it lunges its leg out in almost a robotic reaction, which these very primitive animals are known to do. This also fits the size and scale of this sewer. Naturally, this is a tiny confined space. A small animal like a frog could easily fit in here. Some people suggesting that this is a ghost or a zombie I've even seen. which would imply that it's human or humanoid in size and shape. I just don't see that being feasible. It would be quite difficult to fit a human body down here, even a tiny one. And then of course we have people suggesting that it's headless, some sort of ghost. Why would a ghost be down here? I don't really know. So for me, those ideas and those theories are out there, and I tend to lean more towards this is either an unidentified creature, a cryptid of some sort, or just a good old-fashioned frog. But let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think this is? Have I missed something? Like the video if you did, share it with a friend, and of course if you haven't already, subscribe for more creepy content.